has come to upstate New York. Fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Washington Commanders and the Buffalo Bills. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Out left and hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On second and 11 now. Powell. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Second down and a run by Robinson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That good for 22 and a first down.
How about that, partner? That's a gutsy run, a physical run, an explosive run, and he's inside the 10-yard line now. I don't know if you hand it to him again on this play, but make the defense think that you will, and maybe you have some options off of it.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Robinson. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Touchdown! Antonio Gibson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the drive with Cook, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Bills are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, Allen. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And you got 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
This pass caught by Hamler. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. First down, here's the run with Cook. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Option play, here's Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. James Cook, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are able to match the opening drive touchdown against him with one of their own. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. These two teams all tied after 1. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Throwing again on second down. Powell. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Powell. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Allen going to keep it again. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills have taken the lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game, and they make it a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Faking the handoff. Howell slings this deep from McLaurin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 39 yards there. A big one.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense. But on game day, they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Now Howell. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Bryan Edwards, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are able to move back in front. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Going deep for Diggs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Allen off the play fake. Rolling to his left. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock. From his end zone on 3rd and long, Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs.
towards right side. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Oh, nice move. To the 36-yard line, stop there. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Well, the play fake, and now here's how to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And this will be caught by Edwards. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Off-play action. It's Howell. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Also another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing it and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to it.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly
Had him on the ropes.
Now you put your team in a bad spot.
They run the counter with Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They run it again with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And I do believe that sometimes as a defender, when you see read option, you're just making an educated guess because the offense feels like no matter what move you make, it turns out right for them. Sometimes it can burn you making that guess, but I think here, he said, I'm pursuing the quarterback no matter what he does. And this time, he picked the right option.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception. And I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that.
Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox from 17 yards out. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On first down, Howell. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd and long, here's Howell. And now here's another interception. 20, 10, 5. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball-hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. James Cook with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Luana versus.
To kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Howell looking to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's Tressway now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. And now comes the field goal unit on. And boy, this is asking an awful lot here. Maybe that's an understatement. And this from the parking lot, from an even 70 yards out. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores. Well, he does have a good leg. I'll give him that. But not that good.
Not by a long shot.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Calvin Austin, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bills get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. .38-yard line, 2nd and 11. And Howe will throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Play action. Now it's Allen. And that's caught inside the 35. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he edges forward but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in there. And the Bills will hold on to their lead. We're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Talk about 2 sides of the ball and cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Now a pass hauled in downfield and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. First down, Howell to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Let's go.
Now they go play action with Howell. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Howell throwing on first down here. And now here's another interception. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like the game before their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Allen now on the option right. He will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They fire this one quickly to Austin. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bills, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Washington, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.